Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lynn of JessicaLynnOriginal.com. Today I'm going to go ahead and make a 4th of July inspired card. So I went out to Google and I found some sheet music because I thought it'd be really fun to incorporate music into this card. And I was able to find the music for God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood. And I went ahead and printed that out just so that I had it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Copic and I'm going to go ahead and cut out a small rectangle, and I'm going to be using a cat scrappiness die. And I really like these because they have a nice little stitch line on them. And I'm going to just cut out just the title and then maybe 1 or 2 lines of the song. To get it to fit through the Copic, I had to actually already cut it down to like a 5x7 size, which is fine. But then I already knew kind of going into it what it was going to look like. And I'm really happy with the way this turned out. And you can see I'm just lining up the die cut with the way that I want it to show up on the card, because the goal is to put the sheet music kind of as the 3rd level of the background. It'll make more sense when you see the card. And then I'm going to be using a digital rubber stamp. I will include, so up in the upper right there's a little eye. You can click on that and I put a how to use digital stamps if you don't know how to use them. It's a video you can watch at any time. This is always my favorite part when you remove it and you can see how the die cut perfectly cut it the way I wanted it. I love it. I love that little stitch line. I just think it adds just something extra to the card just to make it look a little bit more finished. I've had a couple of people ask me where did I get the plates for my Copic. Because they discontinued that product, as soon as I heard that, I went on eBay and I actually purchased 2 of every one of the plates that it has. I'm currently still using the original ones that I got, but I figure if I ever need them, I now have 2 backups. So it kind of reminds me of like when you played Oregon Trail as a kid. You know, you bought 2 axles, 2 wheels, you know, all that extra stuff. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to mat the song lyrics. Now I did think about cutting it out with another die, which I could have done, but I just decided to go ahead and freestyle it and see how it turned out, and I think it looks pretty darn good. And what I'm going to do is I have this red kind of sideways vertical paper, and I am going to use that so I can get a little red, white, and blue going on in the background. And those are the digital stamps that we're going to be using. They are Brentwood Owl 4th of July. And I'm just running it through my brother's scan and cut because I don't have die cuts for digital stamps. So I use my brother's scan and cut and it will actually scan it, find the lines, and go ahead and cut it out for me. And I absolutely love when it starts cutting my different characters out because it's so cool to have like almost like a faux die cut where it's actually finding all those lines for me. And as you can tell, when I draw Brentwood, I include a lot of jagged edges. So it's really nice that it finds those edges, and if I choose to, I can add different size borders all the way around it. For mine, I typically do like a 0.04. Just a nice small little border. And what I love, just like die cuts, my favorite part is peeling it off, and look at how perfect! Oh, he looks so cute. Now this adorable digital stamp is available on our website, which is just JessicaLynnOriginal.com. So if you want to go and download them, you can make this card with me. It'd be a lot of fun. I'd love to see your version and your favorite 4th of July music. Now for this card, I am going to cut off his little antennaes. It looks like those little headbands you had when you were a kid, because I just want him to be wearing his little 4th of July shirt. Although look, he does come with the cute little antennaes, so it's really up to you if you choose to leave that. Alright, so let's go ahead. There he is. Doo-doo. Alright, so let's go ahead and color him in. Yeah, I love that little edge. It's perfect. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and color him in today with Copic markers. They are my favorite. I think they work really well, and I'm always really happy with them. So I will go ahead, color him in, and then we will assemble the rest of this card. I just have to say, I think he looks so adorable. Look at him. And now Brentwood traditionally is a tan or a brown color, but I thought, you know, with the shirt, let's go with a gray. I thought it would just give a little bit of a different color. And again, Brentwood can be any color you want. I've seen them pink and green and blue and all sorts of shades. But once I have this all done, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the card. And again, I have this sideways striped paper. It's red and white. It's really pretty. And what I really like is it's got some distress splotch, almost looking like splotches of paint, and it looks a little distressed, and I thought it just looked really cool and more vintage, which is kind of what I was trying to go for with this card. I probably now in hindsight could have maybe sanded the little blue border that I put behind the music, but I did that so early I was kind of stuck with it. But I really like it. I think it's really cute. And so we're going to go ahead and just get that red and white striped background all set. Oh, and it's by the Paper Studios, in case you like this paper. I got it at Hobby Lobby. So you can see it has kind of that distressed look. I just felt like, you know, like I've seen a lot of flags lately that have, you know, people have flown them for a long time and they have that little bit of a distressed look, and I really like that. It just adds a little more texture. And then we're going to go ahead and glue the lyrics, or I'm sorry, the music and the blue border. Now I did use my corner rounder because I really love that tool. I recently found it and I think I've used it on every card in the last couple of weeks. It's kind of funny how you buy things like this. That was the round edge tool. Was actually one of the first tools I bought when I started card making back in 2003. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that every time I find it, it kind of comes in cycles. Alright, so let's go ahead and just glue this down. And again, you could think about using this for anything. I really like using the sheet music idea. I think that's a fun one. You could do a happy birthday sheet music. You could do, you know, if you've got somebody who's obsessed with like Star Wars, you could put the music from the cantina and then maybe put those little guys that play the musical instruments like in front of them. I don't know, just ideas. It'd be kind of fun just to do something a little different. You know, if you have someone who really knows a lot of music, or they're maybe a music teacher or something, what a fun card this would be for them. This card that I'm making today is actually going to be a thank you. We've been invited to a 4th of July party, and so I'm just going to make this card a nice little thank you card. I love making thank you cards for when we go to different events and stuff like that. And now I'm putting these square, rectangle foam risers that I found. I got them at Hobby Lobby, and they're a huge bag of them, and they were like $5 or $6, so it was a really good buy. So let's go ahead and get the final pieces of this card together. After I had signed the back of the card, I'm a sucker for the gel pens. I think they're so much fun. And so I thought just by adding a little bit of gray, now I used it in a shadowing kind of aspect. So I used it a little non-traditional. Like my original thought was to maybe go over it all in the red and the white and the blue. And then I thought, you know what, if I just use the silver as more of a shadowy type, that would be awesome. And then I used my white, which Uniball Signo, which to me honestly it literally is just like using a whiteout in a pen, is the best way I can describe it. And when I colored with my Copics, you can see I got a little sloppy, so what I'm doing is going back in and just fixing the white that maybe should still be white and not so dark. But I think it's adorable. I love it. I think this turned out even better than I was anticipating. I love that it has the character on there, the sheet music. I think he looks so adorable. The foam riser. This, like I said, it's a digital stamp available at our website, which is just JessicaLynnOriginal.com. Well, thank you so much for watching. We would love it if you would join the Jessica Lynn Original team. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. I am going to be working on quite a few live videos coming up soon. I've also got some more demos and some exciting things, so be sure to subscribe. And don't forget, thank you so much. Give us a thumbs up. You have a great day.